Hello everybody, this is a Lighthouse Hall of Fame film from the North American server. We're in Hinmelsdorf Encounter Mode South Spawn with Dark Ninja and his Pz38nA, and we're going to be seeing several other films from him here over the next 5 or 6 videos. Hinmelsdorf is actually an okay map for a Tier 4 scout, because overall you have a huge speed advantage and mobility advantage over most of the other tanks in the battle, unless you're going up against higher level scouts. And you can use the many buildings and alleys and lanes to streets to flank people, take drive-by shootings and things like that. Or you can see where they're going and just set up farther off, wait for them to cross through an opening and shoot them as they go, and then duck back behind a building. So it's very much guerrilla warfare, and as long as you can keep from getting cornered somewhere in the map, you can have really good missions. I think it's easier to play well on a Tier 4 scout here than it is on some of the larger scouts. He has 2 artillery apiece and 3 lights on the enemy team, 2 on his. The enemy team is more balanced. His team has a lot of TDs. But as you can see, as they kick off the battle here, they have a pretty good force moving up onto the hill, which is awesome. Especially on the NA server lately, there's been like just horrible gameplay. And to see the heavies going up to hill here is surprising. Almost makes me think it's not really North America. So now he's going to pull down here. I want you to see what he's doing. I'm going to stop this a second. Okay. Instead of aiming over here at the beginning of the opening, he's aiming about 2/3 of the way across. And what he's doing is, because at this distance, the vision check it's not every second, it's every several seconds. So unless it just happens to go off as soon as a tank stops, pulls out right here, he's not going to see the tank until it's partway across the opening. So what he's doing is he's aiming in at the spot where he's probably going to see a tank become visible. If he aimed all the way over to the right, chances are the reticle would be behind the tank and the tank's movement when he saw it, and he'd have to try to catch up to it before it disappeared behind this building, and it's hard to do. So he's going to try to aim in where he thinks he's going to see the tank, and that should improve on getting shots as these tanks appear and move across the opening. We'll see if it works. With the way vision works, the farther out you are, and it's in certain stages, they only do a vision check every so many seconds. So a tank could pull out from there, 2 seconds later he's halfway across that opening, and you finally see him and go, damn, why didn't I see him when he first came out? It's because it doesn't do vision checks constantly. That would take too many resources on the server to do that, apparently. He's checking up on the hill to see if he can spot people up there, but his T-14's rounded the curve, and that's going to keep any enemy from coming into line of fire for him. Hey, a duck and a turkey all in one. Maybe he's going to have turducken. The AMX-40 is hurtable, but you have to hit just in certain locations on the tank. Otherwise, you're just going to bounce off it. And you can see, like many Pz38nA drivers, he's relying mostly on APCR, because that extra penetration really helps you a lot on tanks like the AMX-40, where you're somewhat challenged to hurt it. Just if you just hit the side on it, a lot of times you'll bounce off. You can hit the cupula, and you can hit, there's kind of like a seam on the side of it, where if you hit, you'll get He'll get damage as well. Now he's hoping the Artie doesn't fire. And it does. He lost the track. The OI is right on the other side of the building of him. And for whatever reason, he's not really coming after him. He's just kind of stopped. So Dark Ninja is going to take advantage of that and move on. Now here we go at the AMX-40. You can see right where he's shooting at. You hit there, you get damage. You hit a lot of other places, you don't get damage. You just get bounces. There's that one little sweet spot. He's not going to be able to hurt him from the back, but he can pin him from the side. Now he should draw a picture or something, right? Hi, Mom, or who knows. The guy's going to die before he can do it. One tank left, the OI experimental. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Just sitting there. Good thing, too, or else Dark would be dead. So he'll pull up to the side and start peppering him. You can't hurt him from the back. The armor on the back of this thing is crazy. But he can pop him all day from the side. And there he goes. And there's the fight. He ends up 1,089 damage with 3 kills, 25 of 28 shooting, 89%, 804 spotting damage and 7 spots. He lost 5,213 credits, and he had XP just eked into the hull with 1,602. But don't worry, his other battles are a lot better than that one. Survived the fight, got fire for effect, so he ends up with a battle score of 1,617, and it's good for 17th place. This was a very easy mission for him. He hardly moved at all. Started off going up here, aimed his reticle wind at where he thought would give him a slight lead on tanks as they became visible to him, and it worked out. He got a couple shots off. And then he just moved up the 3 line as it became clear. Had a scare when the Artie tracked him, and the OI could have easily come around the corner and blown him up, but he didn't for whatever reason. And from there he moved up to flank the duck, and you saw right where he was shooting kind of on that seam in between the top and the bottom. It's vulnerable there. It's vulnerable on the cupula. And went down and helped with the OI, and then got to shoot at a AFK OI experimental to finish it off and put him in the Hall. You can't get a Hall of Fame mission much easier than that one. He had one scary moment and that was it. But he took advantage of what was there, and sometimes you get AFK tanks, so you just got to enjoy the gift when it comes. From Hinmelsdorf, moving into the Hall of Fame again in his Pz38nA, and as I said, there's several more to come. Dark Ninja, happy hunting.